Don't want no gravestone when I go. You could plant a tree. No gravestone when I go, carving my name for me. You can tell everybody they'll find shelter in the shade as the sun hangs from my branches. My eternal bed is made. When the earth is my bed sheets and my body is a shell, let my rings count the stories that only time can tell. I don't want no gravestone when I go, and you could plant a tree.
Now, can you guys see me now? Can you guys hear and see me now? Okay, good. Here I'm sitting there missing. Man, I've got a sunny day too. I mean, it's freaking sunny. Not very much wind, so I don't know what the heck's going on. It was doing that earlier, and that's why I had to reload just before the show started. That's why I was a little late starting that off. I don't know. Anyway, sorry for technical difficulties. I was worried. Hell, I was sitting there talking away, thought everything was working just hunky dory. So let me go again. Welcome to another episode of Bizarre and the Unknown. I'm your host, E.D. Testerman. I want to take a little idea from Roxanne and just do a, we're just going to shoot the shit today. Whatever topic you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about. I'll try to answer it the best I can. And went white screen. Oops, something went wrong. Rumble froze up and went white screen. Oops, something went wrong. I don't know. But she was talking because everybody's always talking about food. So she's like, "Why don't you do a food show?" I was like, "Man, I might as well just open it up for a Q&A. We can just talk about anything under the sun. Really, it don't matter." And so yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. I've been having internet issues, and even I think it's gotten worse ever since they came out and fixed it. Even I don't know. I need to get money for Starlink. I've had about enough this Biosat. But with that being said, what do y'all want to talk about today? I'm so far behind, I forgot to turn them on. There you go. Let's see here. Yeah, see that. Is tar cost timeline splitting? Man, Tim, that's a good question. I did. I got to figure out how to word this correctly on here. I did get some very, very good information today from somebody. Yeah, Don. They've been active. I ain't got no misses though. Yeah, Starlink does cost a lot, but I'm going to have to go that route, especially out here in the middle of nowhere where I live at. So certain things have come down the line. One of the things that I've been waiting on, I'll benefit greatly because I was ahead of the curve. But everybody's going to benefit from this. I'm just going to benefit a little bit better than most because I was ahead of the curve. I haven't signed an NDA yet, so I can talk about it, but being I'm under a strike, I have to be careful about this. So even though I'm not under an NDA, it feels like I'm under an NDA, but here soon, most likely, I'll be under an NDA, and I won't be able to say a word about this. So Um, if what I was told today was true, financial situations are fixing to get very good. Um, Better for some, but good for all. Um, and the return rate on it, what I found out today, was way better than what they've been saying for the last couple of years. Uh, yeah, I'll probably have to, Roxanne. Yeah, I'll probably on something like that. I'll probably end up having, because I got to be careful. So that's why I'm picking and choosing what I'm saying. But I can say this, and I shouldn't get dinged for this. Financially, things are going to be looking up here very, very soon. Um, yeah, I I don't know, Vicky. I don't know. I put the link to the video I did on my Rumble about the whole situation. It's up there towards the top of the chat. Um, yeah, Tim. I don't want to pop it up there just because of a certain word in there. But yeah, that's a part that I'm on. The second part of that. They did get everything went through. Everything's going good. I've got to call my bank tomorrow. We'll call one of the three approved banks tomorrow, which I know I've got two out of three around me. And if that's the case, I mean, of course, I'll be under an NDA, so I won't be able to say a thing. I can't tell you. I mean, all I'll be able to tell you is what I'm telling you now. So I'm treating this as this if I'm under an NDA. But the things that I've talked about in the past with the finances is looking like it's right at the doorstep, about ready to ring the bell. So I think you know what I'm talking about, Tim. I just got to be very, very choosy on how I say this on YouTube. Um, if that's the case, um, I stand to do extremely well. Um, Very, very well. If that's the case, I mean, I'd be doing well enough. I might be even able to retire sooner than I wanted to. Don't know that I will, but if it does, yes. So I can say this: Nasara. This is dealing with Nasara Jasara. Um, Nasara Jasara is getting ready to kick off. Yeah, I I'm probably going to have to do a video just for Rumble where I can be a little bit more open. Okay, Tim. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Did you? So I want to know. Have you heard the same thing I've heard from my sources? I don't know if you got outside sources or not. I know they're going to start spreading the word. I don't know if they did spread the word or not. Um, yes, part of it has to do with that as well. Yes, Demiria. But yes, that is got um, from what I got told today, which I think I think some people are going to start putting it out if they haven't already. I haven't checked to see if anybody's put it out or not. Needless to say, I'm going to be. I got to try to make time tomorrow. Call one of two banks to see if they're ready for it or not. So, yeah, okay. Oh, thank you, Tim. Okay, so good. You got the same info I did. Okay. Let's just say I've got some in a certain currency that sounds like a doorbell and starts with a V. And I got 5.4 mics. We'll leave it at that. 5.4 mics. And from what I'm understanding, is those are going for $4 signs per $1 sign. That's what I got today. So if that's the case, I'm going to be doing pretty good. It's going to be nice. But I'm glad I'm not the only one that's okay. So, I mean, that really makes me happy because now you're the third person I know, and that's 3. Yeah, I'm not. That's why I'm kind of, I'm not under an NDA right now. So technically, I can openly talk about whatever I want to talk about, and I'm perfectly fine. But once I go under the NDA, then I cannot talk about it at all. So, um, for right now, perfectly fine, perfectly legal for me to talk about it. May change later on this week. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm not under one yet. Hey, David. Um, but yeah, so I mean, that everything that we've been waiting on to fall into place has fallen into place. Uh, but you know, we still got to be careful. I wish if people aren't going to say anything, they wouldn't bring it up. Yeah, that I mean, what I could talk about, I just got to be picky on what words I use on here. But yeah, it deals with the Sarah Jasara, and it is. Did you? My dad did too. My mom did before she passed away. I was only able to get my hands on one type, which I'm not. I'm not greedy. You know, I'm not greedy. I'm going to make enough that I can set me up, my kids up, and I'd be able to live very, very well. Um, but I can say it has to deal with Nasara Jasara. That is, it has been in play for a couple of years. It really has. Uh, I am under a contract. That's where I get my information. Plus, certain people that I know that are a part of it. Words from them. Hey, Robin, is another reason, another way that I know. So, but hearing from them and hearing from Tim just now, that's three confirmations. So that makes me very, very happy. That's the rule of 3, like Dan Bongino likes to say, the rule of 3. That's why I like him. He's a very intelligent man. Um, so things which falls not directly in line with what I heard earlier. It's like don't make no major purchases till after April 15th. Technically, it does fall in that line, just not directly in that line. Which, whenever I heard that, um, I had a feeling that was what was going to happen. There did happen to be a couple hiccups that happened a few weeks ago, which is probably the reason why it's a little later than usual. Might have something once clear with someone else to have investors application for someone in the works. Ooh, heck yeah! But I had a feeling when I got that information about the April 15th thing that this was fixing to happen. So you've heard me talk about many times. We're fixing to go to a higher dimensional way of being, a higher life, a better life, getting away from the Babylonian fiat system and getting back to the biblical system that we're supposed to be on. And hey, Wyatt. But yes, exactly. This is for entertainment purposes only. Um, I am by no means no financial person. I'm not giving anybody financial advice. I'm just talking about what I have done for me, myself, and I. Um, but for me, it paid out well. It's going to pay out. You are knocking on the door. I don't want to pop that up, Tim, but you're knocking on the doorsteps on that one. You're about 30 cents away from being perfect on it, from what I got told today. Oh, sorry, Don. Um, but yeah, the Nassar Jasara is kicking in. So, I mean, a lot of that stuff is going to be, hey, diaries. So, a lot of that's coming in. So, that's good news. So, that is some good information that I got today, a little bit ago. Tomorrow, I've got to meet up with Mary with the Springfield Commercial Club. And I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Um, to do the reveal of that paranormal investigation. The Springfield commercial, so I can get that recorded and I can get part two about. So be keeping an eye out for part two of the Springfield Commercial Club. Paranormal investigation that should be coming out here within the week. I did go ahead and Beast of the Ozarks first kill is out. Right now, currently it's available on Kindle. I'm waiting for hardback and paperback. Usually they go pretty quick. So Beast of the Ozarks first kill, keep an eye on Amazon. That should be up any day now. It is already up on Kindle. I haven't checked my email since then. But I did get an email today saying that it is up and it is going. So keep an eye on that. But see, and it's interesting that these timelines we're talking about. I forgot who was that brought that up for a second. Let me find it real quick. Man, that was a little. There's been a lot of talking since then. Tim, time splitting. That's what I wanted. That's kind of interesting. Partly real diary. I'll get to that here in just a second. With these time splittings, it's kind of interesting because it kind of coincides with the Nassar Jasara I was talking about because we're coming to a new time. Now, time splitting can be looked at in many different ways. Are we talking about the Mandela effect? Are we talking about what CERN has done? Are you talking about time travel? I mean, the stuff goes on and on and on and on and on. That when it comes to time splittings, which I think I am a firm believer. My personal hypothesis, my personal opinion, my personal theory, I believe we have had it. There's been too many changes that people around my age and older remember things completely different than this newer generation does. And a lot of stuff you can't even find online that used to be, and you can actually have a product going right here. It is, and but you look online and they've never had it. So I'm a firm believer that time splitting has actually happened. And then that should be any day, Roxanne. Beans Kindles is approved. Now, these books are going they're a little bit higher than the other ones. That's because I've got an added feature in there. Hey, Scott. The Heck Yeah Diaries. So, because of the added features, because I didn't realize how much it was going to bring the cost of the books up by doing what I did. I don't know if I want to do that in the future or not. It really depends on how the sales go. If I continue doing something like that, I have not done it with these recent books that I'm working on because of the price. It jacked the price up about an extra $10 for this nice little feature that I did. So we'll have to wait and see. But get back to your story diaries. Yes, I mean, a lot of my stuff is based off of either real life stuff and stuff that's come out of my head. It's kind of a mixture of both. I've taken personal encounters, personal life, and I've taken other encounters and added that, mixed that stuff. There's a lot of stuff straight out of my head, too. A lot of it straight out of my head as well. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at on that, Diaries. It's a mixture. It's a beautiful mixture of a little bit of everything. I know what you're talking about. Good stuff for all of us. Yes, Diaries, exactly. See. Hey, Camo. No worries, no worries. You didn't miss much. Yeah, I mean, and the medulla effect is affecting a lot of people. But it's like I said, it's my generation or older, we're the ones that's messing with that. That is, I don't know if I want, might as well. I actually have created artwork for each of the chapters. In Beast of the Ozarkers, the first book that I had, that I created artwork for each of the chapters, and it's in the book. The artwork is in the book. It's in color. Um, you know, it's that is the added feature. None of my other books have actual artwork created just for that chapter and placed in there. This was my first. This was my first step towards it. I kind of wanted to see what people thought of it. The people who, the IHNR readers that noticed it really liked the idea of it. I just didn't realize how much it was going to jack the price of the books up. Right now, with the prices, the way, hey, Casey, the right now with the prices, I stand to make at the most $4 a book because I'm trying to keep the prices down low enough that it's not breaking everybody's wallet. Um, so I put it down like my paperback. I make $2 and some change off of every book, and the hardback I make $3 and some change off a book. So I'm taking a little bit of a hit on that, but I think it's a cool feature for everybody. So thank you. I thought so too. I just like I said, I didn't realize how much it was going to jack the price up. Uh, I may test it and see if they can do it in black and white because this is all color. These the artwork I created for it. The book's being published all in color, so the artwork's color. The artwork is 100% stuff that I made and I created. Roxanne, you know the artwork. You're an IHNR reader. You read it. You've seen them. It's in there. But yeah, so it jacked the prices up on an average of $10 more a book. Well, I could have done it probably about $5 cheaper and not made a dime off of my book. But at $10 extra a book, normally my paperbacks go for $15.99. They're going for I think it was 25. Uh, and my hardbacks usually go for 20, and they're going for 30. Um, and I'm only going to make like $2 and some change off the paper, and $3 and I think it's like $3.84 for the hardback. Black and white gives pics more dramatic. Yeah, I think so too, but I'm just not sure how they're going to hold up with the artwork that I create. I don't know yet. I honestly don't know yet. Yeah, I mean it is what it is, Casey. I just don't want to break people's wallets. So I don't know if this is depending on how the sales go on this book. Depends if I do this more in the future or not. My next one, I may try to have see what the black and white looks like on the next one. I haven't quite decided to do artwork with it yet. I just didn't think it was going to cost that much. You have two books you want to publish on using Amazon. Yeah, Kindle publishing is what I have to use right now. Um, it's you're not going to make a lot of money. You're not going to make a lot of money selling on Amazon, but it's a good way for authors to start, and not break your pocketbook to start. And that's what it is for me. Kindle publishing is a stepping stone. I'm hoping that one day I can get big enough that I can get away from them and go to a bigger labeling company where I stand to make more money. That's better chances of me getting my books in the movies that way too, with a bigger publisher too. So that is the goal. But right now I'm an itty bitty 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 fish in a humongous global size ocean. So yeah, it is Kindle publishing is a good stepping stone for authors who's trying to start out. But I don't make a whole lot of money off of selling books. I make very little off of Kindle, um, mainly because most of the people who read my books on Kindle have that where they look at the books for free. So I only get so much. I think the best I ever done on that was like $6, and that was a combination of multiple people reading so many pages. You get paid on how many pages people read. Roxanne says, "I wonder if Dogman would make a good watchdog." I think he would. I think he would. You get up in the morning, go to work, high five him for doing a good job. He's like, and then he goes to sleep. I go to work. I get him back. He high five me. Good day, good to have you home. And then he's on night duty while I'm sleeping. A man can dream. A man can dream. I'm out here looking at my grass because my mower's down. I'm like, oh my God, I need to mow so bad. I don't know why I've got my curtains open because it just bugs me seeing my tall grass out there. I got to get a battery for it. But yeah, it's I think he wouldn't. I think he would make a good dart dog as long as he didn't turn on you. I mean, start teaching him the Tim Allen thing. Get home. Yeah. Or is he going to speak, Wookiee? No, that's wrong. Hold on. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. They do. I'm a firm believer in that, Diaries. I'm a very big firm believer in that. And just like Bigfoot. I've said that multiple times about Dogman and Bigfoot. I believe they each have their personalities. I am truly blessed with the Bigfoot that come around here that I have not had. Yeah, Tim. Yeah. That I haven't had. Ooh, they hit me. I've not had any bad experiences with any that I've had out here. But it's like I've said many a times. It's like all it takes is one with a bad attitude, and then all them pleasantries that I've had with them, the ones around here, that goes to shit in the hell basket in a heartbeat. I mean, a heartbeat. So, that's you always got to keep that in mind. You can go out to an area that has got Bigfoot, and you've had good luck with them every time you've been out there. But all it takes is one. It takes one bad Dogman experience, one bad Bigfoot experience, and that can change your life on it. That's why I've always told people. I said, I believe wholeheartedly they've got their own personality, and I'm not one that's going to sit there and go, every single one of them's good because I've had nothing but good experiences. No, I'm just not going to do that because there's plenty of experiences where that has not been the case. I'm blessed after I took the trees back from my place 150 feet, they haven't been coming around my house. Their trees are away from my house too, and they still come up for me. But hey, that's good that you ain't got it messing with you. Last night I was sitting here about 1 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Damn, tapping on my window again. Girlfriend heard the howl last night. It was louder and stronger. Yep. And I've been hearing a lot of that lately too around here, Roxanne. Begs the question: am I dealing with Ozark Howler? Am I dealing with a Bigfoot trying to mimic a howl? Am I dealing with a Dogman? Am I dealing with a Coyote King? The possibility. There's numerous types of possibilities. There are three entities I know for a fact around here are Ozark Howlers, Bigfoot, and Dogman. But with the Coyote King, like William was talking about, I have to put that in as a possibility as well. When I and my daughter hear the howl, we run around locking windows and doors. Probably not a bad idea. I mean, I don't know how they are in your area. I really don't. I leave my doors unlocked, my windows unlocked, my curtains are open. I mean, I've done that for 32 years out here. And I've never had an instance otherwise. Not saying that it won't ever happen. I just haven't. Well, yes, a difference between walking by waving and grabbing your neck and slamming you against it. Yeah. Yeah. You can have 1,000 positive experiences dealing with Dogman or Bigfoot. But there's always that chance that there's that one. Just that one. They had either a bad day, he's a very negative entity, or he's just hating life, and that changes that. No, that's exactly why I look at it. I'm like, okay, look. If a Dogman, a Bigfoot, Ozark Howler, or any of these things one in my house, me locking my windows and doors is not going to stop it. They're going to be able to get in. Hey, okay, Jay. Oh, wow. Yeah, oddly enough, that's not the first time I've heard of that. That really is not the first time I've heard of that. Us country folk are always looking for an excuse to fire. I've got. I may have one or two or more close by, along with a couple other little toothpicks. I still remember the howl from the Dogman I seen when I was 8. Yeah, I mean that type of stuff sticks with you. I mean it really does. Jessica last night was talking about hearing the 800-pound owl. I've heard that too. You never forget it. You never forget that. Or so. I don't want to put that one up, but that's funny. Their howl is long and strong, like you said. Yeah, they're long. They can be long and strong, but I've heard them short. I mean, I've literally played recordings on this show that I captured a couple months ago when you had a couple short ones. I believe each howl, just like each one of their clicks, just like each one of their grunts, has a different meaning to it. The recordings that I captured a couple months ago that I played on here, I mean, they talk, you can hear them talking. They're clearly talking Lakota and Chickasaw. I mean, the female was speaking Lakota, Shante. And she said it in such a beautiful, my God, how she said it was just absolutely beautiful, how she said it. It was just that mystic Shante, No, and I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to. The males, they're more gruff on how they talked. I hate when they start. I think you guys have got to do that in my feet, don't you? I hate when they start from a mile away and the howls get closer like something out of a horror. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, they're freaking playing at my feet again. I don't know. I just don't. I really don't know what their deal is. Yeah. Oh my God, it's like they'll take 5 for like 10 or 15 minutes rest and they're right back at it again. You saw a 6-foot owl in Hawaii? I've never seen no cryptids in Hawaii. I've seen a shit ton of ghosts. I knew about the little people. I've seen some weird stuff out in the ocean that I can't explain. I ain't never seen no Bigfoot or Dogman. You need to take care of your kittens. You're not being a good mommy. She's telling you she's hungry. You need to go feed your kittens instead of laying in here going, Yeah. Like Boar. If I wake up and I don't get out of bed right off the bat to let him outside, he jumps around on me for a little bit. And if I still don't, then he'll get down, he'll take his nuzzle, and he'll move the covers off my feet and start licking my feet till I get up. She's somewhere. Give me a minute and I'll try to find her. I know she's not far away. You came from the mountains by the valley and temples. Yeah, I mean that stuff it does get to you. Yeah. With all the changes in the world and the strange crap going on, are you seeing any changes in wildlife and cryptids? Man, my deer population is like vanished for the most part. Oh, I couldn't download them, so I don't know how in the hell I'm going to share them. I caught some really weird crap on my game cam, so I think China's going empty. Is the time life shift real? China's getting ready to fall. And timeline, I think it is. I do. I think it is. Mine bark and bark and bark. Oh God, yeah. Give me. Never mind. I ain't gonna. Hold on. Never mind. I thought she was going to feed him. All right, give me a second. I'll grab it. Come on, guys, get out of my way. Let me have my feet. Hey, stop up. You heard me. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Well, I ain't got no milk for you. That's something you gotta talk to your mama about. She's got the milk. I don't have the milk. Oh man. Oh no kidding. Yeah. I know. Oh, that ain't good. I don't have no milk, honey. Well, you're not gonna find no milk on me. I'm not built that way. Yeah, that's something you gotta talk to your mama about. So yeah, this is one of them. This is the one that's running around making all the noise right now. Well, you're the one that climbed up there. You're the one that climbed up there. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, let me go put him back. But that's that one. That's the one that's making all the noise. Let me go put him back. Oh. That's your dogs running around. I've got like 3 or 4 of them black ones. Yeah. A couple yellow ones, a gray one. My dog's running around looking for the kitten. That's funny. That is just too funny. You should give a few stitches, but I took care of it all. Oh, you got hurt. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, your finger. Dang, yeah, I can't believe I hurt that man. I'm glad you didn't do no more. All up under your chest too. That's funny, David. Yeah, my dog's running around like, what are you doing to that kitten? I ain't got it no more. I'll put it back where it's supposed to be. Live orange cat and black cat, long hairs. No, they'll be short hairs. Yeah, they're both their parents are short hairs. So I live. Now you keep doing it. Not live or live, not live. I want them to live. I just don't want them to live here, Roxanne. Oh, love. Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, uh-huh. I still think you were trying to bring out the Roman cathedral going, live or not live. People think it's wrong. It was never like this or this. It was actually, this meant death, this meant life. So, live or not live. Yeah, they are, man, but I can't afford them. I've got to, hopefully I can find a home for them. Hopefully here in the next couple weeks they'll be ready to go out. Hey, Jessica, how's it going? I was just talking about you. My daughter's, I've sewed myself up with a needle and sewing thread. I was like, man, I ain't going to go to a damn doctor and pay thousands of dollars. I just took a sewing needle, heated it up with a torch, got it nice and clean, and put some thread through it, and sewed my hand shut. Yeah, you got too many. You got too many. I got shit. I can't say crap. I've got way too many myself. I need to find them homes. But yeah, I'm a big believer that these, dog men and these Bigfoots have their own personality. 100%. I mean, 100%. Ouch. No, it's not. Okay. It's all a mental thing. Now, I'm a big weenie when it comes to needles. I hate needles. I can get tattoos. And I call it whoring myself out when I sell my plasma. It still bothers me, but it's not near as bad as it used to be. But when it comes to it, and I'm not going to tell you don't tickle. It freaking tickles. When you sew yourself up, it tickles. I mean, that is a whole different type of feeling when you're sewing yourself up. It is. It's odd. It is odd. You just basically got to grunt and bear it. I mean, just like when you're pulling something out of you, you got to grunt and bear it. You get shot or stabbed, one of the best things to have is one of them little tampons. You stick that thing in there and you push it in, pull that cover out. It stops the bleeding until you can get in and get, fixed up. If you don't have a Dark Angel medical kit, tampon works. Not that I know anything about that stuff, but, they'll plug a hole. There's a reason why certain types of people carry that stuff with them on their bikes or in their trucks or cars. It'll plug a hole. So there's many different tricks you can use for a quick first aid. Some of it may not be ideal, but I mean, if it's something that's just for very short to get you going to where you can get the proper help, use what you can get. When I was a nurse tech, RN had needled the end, listened a faint over the top of a patient. Ooh, yeah, I've never fainted. I don't like them. I don't like them. Cayenne stop bleeding and starts the healing process before you know it. I've done that before. To to basically clean the wound, to cure it, because I know it'll clean the wound. I think it stopped the bleeding too. Now that you say that, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, yeah. It's tampons. I'm telling you, man. They'll plug a hole. I never heard the end of it for months. uh, no, I mean they honestly it'll work. I mean, Da had it right in his book in Lakeview Man for the first one. You can pack mud into a wound, and it will stop the bleeding. It's not ideal. It is definitely not ideal because you run the risk of an infection. I mean, clay usually works better than dirt or than mud. If you can get some wet clay, that seals it off better, but you're still running the risk of an infection. But if you need something to stop a bleed to get you to somewhere to get you proper medical, I mean, it's danged if you do, danged if you don't, man. Pack that full and get the help you need. I had an allergy chest in the 70s, 300 and some needle. Oh my God, I hate. Yeah, I'm glad I don't remember none of mine. I'm telling you, dude, it's true. But I mean, he was right. His depiction. Yes. Now that, yeah. I've never used it, but I've seen somebody use it. Yes. Another good thing is honey. Honey is one of the best things you can put on a wound. Honey not only helps to stop the bleeding, but the enzymes is very, very good for it. Honey is very good for it'll speed the healing process up. Honey is very good. Um, yeah, that's why I'm stuttering. Um, yeah, antiseptic. You know, I mean, honey is very, very good. But I mean, certain things like that. I mean, sometimes in a situation like that, you got no choice. You use what you got. And nature's got a lot of good stuff out there. I mean, there's a plant. I can't remember what it was called. I used it a lot when I was a kid. And I don't remember which one it is, but it has such a nice little wax on it that I've been known to cut myself, and I'd press that plant on that cut, and it put like a clear Band-Aid over my cut. And it got me good enough to where I could get home to get a good Band-Aid. I've been known to do that multiple times, Tim. Yep. Yeah. But I can't remember what plant it was. Man, I was a little kid back when we used to do that. Super glue. Actually, that's how super glue was invented. Super glue was invented in World War II as a Band-Aid. That is the whole reason super glue came about. Super glue nowadays don't work because they got a 12-hour freaking curing cycle to it. It ain't instantaneous like it used to be because people can't figure out, hey, I shouldn't put super glue on my fingers and stick my fingers together. Although every time I've done it, I just stuck my hands under a hot faucet, let it run on there. You don't let it cure overnight. As long as it don't cure overnight, you get it done, pretty quick. Man, that hot water will loosen that super glue up before it has time to dry completely. Yeah, liquid Band-Aid. I mean, and that's honestly what super glue started out as. You know. But nowadays, like I said, because they got sued so many times because people gluing their finger together, it's now got a 12-hour cure time on it. I've tried it, but it just, because it takes so long to dry, I've stopped using it because it just wasn't as effective. Not for a puncture wound, no. I'm talking about like a cut. It'll seal like a cut up. Puncture wound, you want something like a tampon. But I mean, that's just tricks we've used. Me, myself, and I, my friends, military, everything else. That's just tricks that we used. Duct tape works in a pinch too. Yeah. That's the thing. Salt water. I remember, being stationed in Hawaii when I was in the Marines. I've cut myself on coral quite a few times. Quite a few. That coral is sharp. That coral is dang near razor blades. That stuff will cut you long, deep, and continuous, like Doc likes to say. It'll do it in a heartbeat. And that salt water, it stings like a mother, but it helps clean it. Yeah. But that is. If they had to, they'd bust through the spine at a weak point. Oh, you're talking about your procedures? Oh, yeah, God. Nope. Not me. I can't do it. But this is just tricks that I've used from farming, military. That's the thing, my medical training is in combat first aid. We were extensively trained in combat first aid. A lot of stuff that I've talked about is stuff we've used in combat first aid. It's a lot of that stuff I've talked about. A lot of stuff I talked about we used here on the farm. This is just my opinion, my preference, my uses. I'm not telling anybody to go out and do this stuff, but I'm just telling you, for me, it worked. I got rolled up. I got a rolled up paper towel and electrical tape on my deep cut. Oh, yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that countless times, especially as an 18-wheeler mechanic. Because one thing you got paper towels and you got electrical tape. So you're working on an 18-wheeler. You get a little offering to the mechanic gods, and then you just go over and tear you off a piece, flap it on there, and wrap it up with electrical tape and go back to work. I've done that numerous times. Exactly. This is absolutely for entertainment purposes only. Hello. But, that makes you wonder, the stuff that we use, for a quick fix. What does cryptids use? Because A2A, good to see you, buddy. They get cuts. They're out there in nature. They don't have the protection we got or the safety guards that we have. What do they use? Native Americans, this is why I love this book, but Native Americans use moss. That's not it. That's not it. My daughter must have it. I've got a book. It's called Outdoor Medicine. I am entertained. Heck yeah. I am entertained. Absolutely. And this is something I highly recommend. I highly recommend buying this book. I can't remember who the author is. I don't have the book on me, which tells me my daughter snagged it. But it's literally okay. We'll do some Dark Angel Medical here in just a second, Roxanne. It's literally called Outdoor Medicine, and it's got, for anything that can happen to you outdoors, it tells you what you can use, what you can find outdoors to use to fix it. I highly recommend trying to find a book like that. Top of the hour, let's get some Dark Angel Medical in. Here we go. If you're looking for the best first aid kits and trauma kits on the market, look no further than Dark Angel Medical. Gary Pocket Doc Davis is the godfather of kits for life. If you use a kit to save a life, you show him that you use that. He replaces what you used in that kit absolutely 100% for free. He is the very first medic to do that. Kerry was a medic in the Air Force. And he has got extensive medical studies. You can use Cryptid 20 for 20% off, which is DA's code. If you have FSA or HSA, you can use that towards buying your kits. Another plus thing is, I know they're expensive. You pay for what you get. I have 2 kits. One of them is literally what was in the video that I keep on my going out in the woods. I keep Dark Angel Medical on me. And then I've got one in my headrest of my truck. I use Sezzle. I think it's like 4 payments and it's paid off. So, I mean, you do pay for what you get. Now, Doc puts pretty good classes on his YouTube channel, Dark Angel Medical 5115, or you go to his Instagram to Dark Angel Medical, and Kerry Pocket Doc Davis puts classes out there to show you how to treat first aid. I highly recommend subscribing to him, and I highly recommend watching them. I do not get paid a single dime to promote his product. I like his product so much. That is the reason why I asked him to be able to promote his product on my podcast. So go out there and get you some Dark Angel Medical. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. The Lost Ways is a good book. I've got a couple. It wasn't the ones I was looking for. This is the one you were talking about. I've got that one. This one here is a really good book if you're looking for some good wilderness survival skills and living skills. This one is very, very good. And then this is the one that Kerry Pocket Doc Davis himself recommended. And so I've got this one as well. They're very good. Hey, watch out. Move. Come on. I don't want to roll your paws under my chair. You made pepperoni chips and how do you make pepperoni chips? That got me interested. I have one of their bags in my truck and the big kahuna in my house. Heck yeah, dude. They're the best. He should be. Yeah, absolutely. The Hobbit does a good job. That sounds familiar. I'm not talking about the movie. I think there's a book, survival book, ain't it? If I remember right, called The Hobbit. I don't remember. And he puts on classes around the exact. Thank you, Scott. Yes, and he does put classes on around the U.S. So he's veteran. It's veteran-owned company and veteran ran. I love it. I mean, I love his product. Has anyone noticed a massive death in your circles last few years? Man, I've had 3, I think, if I remember correctly. I believe it's 3. Now I've had quite a few, more than I want to admit. And some of them, they say it was their fault, but even I know better than that. So, but, back to the first aid stuff, man. So I've always wondered what cryptids used. I'm pretty sure that they used the same stuff that Native Americans used. I mean, willow bark is good for pain. Oh, I don't want to pop that one up. 2A. I'm in a little bit of trouble. So I don't want to pop that one up. But yes, I know people who's had problems since then, but not on that part. I have Native American Herbalist Bible 16. I've never heard of those. Cedar bark is good for inflammation. It's good for your digestive system. It's good for other stuff. I mean, and this is all stuff you can find in these books. All it is old time medicine. Yep. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I don't know if I still have that up there. If you're interested in what I was talking about, 2A, right there is the link to that live I did on my Rumble explaining what happened. Dandelion root's good. Dandelion makes good tea. Dandelion makes good wine. Fried up dandelion tops is really good too. And um, uh, uh, they're good on some other things too. I forgot off the top of my head. I was trying to remember. But yeah, dandelions have got a lot of good medicinal purposes to them. I need to get back into it. I'm trying to, and every time I get around to doing it, something that gets caught up and I can't do it. But I mean, on some instances, I've done it and it's got myself off of major medications that was causing way more problem. I mean, it was the point I was taking a handful of medications. I had a freaking medicine cabinet full of medications. Hey, no problem, 2A. Anti-inflammatory, yeah. There you go. Yeah, I was talking about that too. Yeah, they're good in a salad. I mean, they make good wine too. And you take the yellow tops and you batter them up like you do your mushrooms and you fry them. They taste like fried mushrooms. I mean, they're freaking good. They're really good, and they're good for you. Another thing that you can't eat a lot of it, but something that's also that's really good that most of y'all should be able to find pretty much throughout the U.S. is watercress. I love watercress, but eat too much of it, you're going to know about it. But watercress is really, really good. It makes a really good salad. I love watercress. I haven't had watercress in a long time. But you'll find watercress where there's clear, clean, cool, running water. You'll find watercress, and that's very good to eat. Very, very good to eat. I live off my land. I get a lot of stuff from the store too because physically I've not been able to plant my gardens and I've not been able to build my fence row back up because it all went down when Dad quit doing it. I'm trying to get things back up. So there's things, I got to buy from the store, but man, I go out and I pick berries, mushrooms, plants, roots. I mean, there's so much stuff out in your woods that you can provide for you. I mean, you got to think about it. Your woods provide meat and vegetables, the two main things you really need, and some fruits too. I mean, like I got persimmon. That's a good fruit. Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's that stuff there. I don't want to pop that up, but yeah, that stuff there don't play well with me. I can't do it. It makes me sick as a dog and absolutely does not work. So, but I mean, and that's why I always say, I'm a firm believer that these cryptids are using, going in the woods, getting the same stuff. If we're doing it, they got to make it. Oh, no, now you give me some wilted watercress, the bacon and with bacon and ranch dressing. Yeah, the liver, you lost me at liver. Yeah, no. Yeah, but watercress is good. Purslane is good. That sounds familiar. I'm trying to remember what that is. That does sound familiar, though, Tanya. But I'm a firm believer that they do. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but my opinion, my theory, my hypothesis is I think they do. I think that's one of the many things. I think they probably know more. They probably got better medical care than we do because they're all natural. It's good. It sounds familiar. I just can't picture it. I can't. Yeah, that's going to bug the crap out of me. I'm going to have to look it up. I don't know why my phone keeps auto dimming. I have that crap turned off. Get back up here to where it was. I need to see a picture of it because it sounds so familiar. You want to supplement the immune system with red Korean ginseng and lemongrass with right amount of wormwood, which touch. I've heard of that. Is a succulent plant known specifically as porticuca. I can't even spell. I'm American. Often considered a weed, but also recognized for its natural value. It is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and various vitamins and minerals, making it a healthy addition to the meals. Cool. What's it look like? I don't speak Latin. I'm American. I speak American. Oh, I do know what that is. I don't think I've ever had it, but I know exactly what that is now. Okay, yeah. A roasted lightly dandelion. Man, yeah. I mean, it's all that stuff's good out there. I mean, all that stuff's in medical. I mean, you can find it in any medical study too. Wild lettuce is good. Um, Wild lettuce is good. Yes, it is. That's what I was trying to remember earlier. Thank you, 2A. Yes, that is what I was trying to remember earlier. Marinated in balsamic vinegar for a couple of hours, and on the grill, the balsamic cooks. Balsamic cooks out, makes meat very tender. Yes, I have used that. I have used that. Yeah, absolutely. I've got literally right out my side of my window on the other side of my ramp. I've got peppermint growing, and that stuff, man, mint will take over everything. It's kind of nice when I mow because you get a nice little minty smell for a little bit after I mow. But mom planted mint right out here, and that thing literally takes over everything. I love it. Like when I make a mojito, one of the key things is you want crushed mint. So anytime I make a mojito, I go outside my porch. I pick me a bunch of mint. I go and rinse it off the sink, and I'll crush it in my glass. Oh, thanks to but I love it. I mean, which I've talked about here. I think once before that one of the homes I was always interested in was Hobbit homes because they're very cost effective. You don't have to run heat. You don't have to run AC. And then what I use on the domes is actually herbs. So I have my regular garden, but what covers the domes is herbs. And then I just walk right out and pick fresh herbs right from my house. I mean, and it's not only providing a thermal barrier for my home and an erosion barrier for my home by having it there, but I also got it fresh for when I need it. I got it. We have salmon berries, we got huckleberries, thimbleberries, and around here, nature's candy. Oh yeah. Fresh mint can plant spearmint too. Yeah, man, I mow that stuff that shoots everywhere. Even on a mower, you can shoot it from a mower. Wherever it lands, it's going to grow. Yeah, I took over everything. Yeah, I mean it does. It takes over everything. I love the smell, I love the taste, but man, it's evasive. Consider gardening your garden or using a greenhouse to protect from uh, undisclosed air. Yeah, I know I want homemade tomato juice with pepper and a little hot sauce. And I'm not a big tomatoes give me heartburn bad. Also had a hogweed which is toxic. Yep. Um, what is it I was thinking of? It's out here. Well, like I got a bunch of wild onions and garlic. Lot of wild onions, and I've done that for years, man. I'll be out working in the yard, gets a little bit of munchies. Well, I'll pull me up some wild onions and clean it off and just chew on it as I'm working. I mean, I've done that for years. I want to be done with work. Does that count? Man, I'm going to be busy. I'm the only guy. So, I mean, I'm going to be running both areas by myself, plus trying to finish up stuff. Yeah, I'm busy as heck up too. So, man, these next couple of weeks are going to be miserable getting home. I'm going to be dog tired. Sounds familiar. I don't think I've heard it called Boar Hog Group. I think I've heard it called Hog Group. I think I know what you're talking about. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's out there that you can use. I mean, for both as nourishment and as healing properties. And I'm a firm believer that I'm doing it. Them guys are too. I mean, I guarantee you they're out there picking wild onions and mushrooms. Oh, I have to look into that. Buddy, I am right-handed. You have to be on this side. You know that. But even I mean, milkweed has got a lot of good stuff too. It helps get rid of warts and stuff like that too. Milkweed's another good one. I just can't remember what that plant was, but we'd press it on a cut and then literally put a clear Band-Aid over your cut. And it worked good until you got back home. You used your hands too much. Of course, it broke off, and you started bleeding again. But as long as you put it on there to stop it until you got home to get something better on it, it worked great. But I don't remember what that plant is. I'll tell you, it's a weed. I mean, it grows freaking everywhere. You need to. Trust me, you need to. I had to watch myself because I started getting into it. Yeah. I love Native American medicine, and I'm trying to get back to it, which basically that's what your herbs are. I mean, your herbs are Native American medicine. Well, I mean, it's our ancestral medicines, period. I mean, that's what medicine was made out of for a long time until they started synthesizing it. But, I mean, willow bark, cedar bark. You can make tea from the cedar needles. Hey, William. Burdock. Burdock, yeah. I don't see none, so I don't know what's catching your attention. What are you seeing that's got you so fixated? I don't see nothing. Yep. I mean, you can eat the nuts from a pine cone too. Yeah. Yeah, that's got a lot of protein in it. In the Marines, we were known to use snake venom for protein. And I'm not recommending anybody go out there and done it. We did it in a controlled and well-maintained atmosphere by professionals for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, we've used it in Marines. It was a good source of protein. I'm not seeing anything, dude. What are you looking at? Are you wanting to go get it or something? Knowing you, it's probably a damn fly and you're wanting to catch it. That's probably what it is. You can eat the thin green layer between the bark and the pine tree. Yeah. Oh man. Ew, good God, dude. My internet's been crap today. In fact, it acted up during the beginning of the show. It acted up before the show and acted up at the beginning of the show. I literally had to refresh my whole system while live to get it to work. Yeah, I get you, bro. I get you. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Um, but no, there's a lot of good natural medicines out there. Really good natural medicines, and I'm I said it a couple times already. I believe Bigfoot and Dogman use them too. I really do. I think they eat these. Well, I know they eat the wild berries and mushrooms. That's why I leave some of them for them. But like the wild onions and garlic, I think they eat those. The watercress, I think they eat those. I mean, if we're eating it, I guarantee you they're eating it. Yeah, beetle nut. I don't know what that is. Beetle nut. I don't know what that is. I mean, William. I mean, could probably verify. I believe they do use that same stuff we use. Um, oh my gosh, it's they're over 54,000 words long. Diaries. I can't remember how many pages it is. It's around 100 and 170, 200 range ish. They're not real long, but they're not short. I mean, they're over 54,000 words. Wild lettuce and berries, yeah. There you go, right there. That ought to stop it right there. Oh, oh, I didn't know that was called beetle nut. Okay, I thought it was called something else. I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember. There's a tribe of people that love to eat them. I can't remember what country it's from. But I remember seeing something like that before. Hell yeah. The weirdo warrior army. The army of the high strangeness. It was raining earlier here. It finally quit. Now we got sunshine and my internet's still crap. No. I was thinking so or so, but I couldn't remember. I didn't want. I was thinking that's where I heard it first, seen it, but I wasn't 100% sure. Heck yeah. But just like there's flowers, like okay, honeysuckle. I'm pretty sure all of us has sucked on the nectar of the honeysuckle. I mean that's good stuff. It's good for you too. I've got wild honeysuckle out here. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I need to get one. Um, Problem is, the only place I could find them around here that sells them is T-Mobile, and they want 600 some odd dollars for them. I'm actually trying to figure out where I could buy one, not from uh, a cell phone company. The one I want, which is the rugged run, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the PI3. It's $375, I believe. I think it's $385. It's one that you can literally take everywhere. It's durable as hell. That's the one I want. And so far, the only place that sells them around here is T-Mobile, and they want $687 for one. I was like, no, they're not even. That's not even their price. See, I went to their. Send me their website because I'm wondering if I'm getting on the wrong one because I couldn't figure out how to order them on there. It would never give me the option to order them. If you wouldn't mind, send me their website because that's what I'm wanting. I'm getting ready to upgrade. I'm getting ready to upgrade my phone because I got one payment left and it's paid off, and I'm wanting a Tesla phone. And that tablet, I may get that tablet too. Heck yeah. I'm just going to go that route. I wish they'd have their own cell service instead of having to go through, like I got Verizon, and I've not been happy with Verizon ever since they took over. I miss Alltel. I was Alltel. Alltel was the best one I ever had. No kidding, man. Your video, my internet was so bad. I was trying to watch your video you put out. Holy crap! It took well over an hour to watch it because it kept buffering because my internet was sucking so bad. You know, so I can't wait to see that video right there. But does this stop raining at your end, Roxanne? God, I need to mow. I gotta get that battery out, replace it, and get the stinking factory battery, and have to have it warranted every single year because every single year it quits working. I'm getting away from them factory batteries that they get for them mowers. What? What? Yeah, I don't think we want to know what they're spraying. Well, yeah, we do because we need to know how to counteract it. But yeah, so some other things I often think about. I'm a firm believer they use caves. Big believer that they use caves. It did. We actually got rain. The clouds are finally moved away. It's pretty much. I mean, I see some clouds, some light hints of clouds to the east of me, but for the most part, they're gone, and it's hard to see them clouds. You really got to look. Okay. I was trying to figure out how to do a members only video to thank them because I wrote down a list and everything of all the YouTube members that signed up yesterday on my YouTube, and so I did a post thanking everybody because that's all I could figure it out. But I got to figure out how to do them live videos just for the members only. Yeah, that's been out for a while. Yeah, it's amazing what the hell they put in them. Now, some of the ones we're seeing now is the ones to counteract what have been up there. It's supposed to get rid of all that crap up there, and I mean, even here, I've noticed a huge change going back to the natural weather patterns here. Holy crap! Wow. Yeah, that low. That's low. They're not supposed to fly that low in a urban or in a populated area. Yep. I didn't. When I was in, we never. If there was any type of home in that area, we didn't fly low over it. And then one day I called up air traffic control because, man, I literally got blown out of my damn seat because the C-130 literally tree chopped over my house. And scared the holy living shit out of me. I was laid back in my easy chair, and next thing you know, me and the easy chair is laying on the floor, and this thing just went overhead. I mean, I was madder than an old wet hen. And I called up air traffic control. I was like, what the hell is going on with this stuff? They're not supposed to be doing that. It's like, well, where do you live? And I told them, oh, yeah, they can do that there. I said, since when? I said, I was in the military 13 years. We were never allowed to do that, any type of dwelling. We could not do that around over any type of dwelling. Well, they can do it now, sir. Have a nice day. Click. Makes you wonder. But yeah, I mean, I got into it, air traffic control over that. Because I was flying around the whirlybirds pretty much my whole military career. And anytime there's a dwelling, you never flew your craft over that. That's a different situation there, though, Roxanne. I'm talking about military or personal wise. Um, Medical is about the only one that can. That's when they're setting down or taking off. Sounds good. I'll check that video out tomorrow. Depends on what time you go live. So, but yeah, I was pissed. I still think they're full of crap because I still don't think they can. But man, for a couple of years here, we were having them literally. They were. I guarantee you, they've had to knock tops out of my trees. They're flying so damn low. I mean, they. It's bad enough when you can see the rivets and every crease in the door. That's how damn low them C-130s were flying over my house. I could see rivets. Got to the point that I did something I didn't want to do, and I started flipping them off because it was stupid. Back then, hey, sit still, or you're going to have to get down. Daggone it, you're going to fall, and you're going to get yourself hurt. 9, stopa, manners. You know your manners. Um, but that was back when I worked nights. So I mean, I was asleep during the day, and all of a sudden, I'm getting blown out of my easy chair because of damn plane flying low, heading from west to east. Okay, dude. You're being old butt today. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're not supposed to do that, but like I said, air traffic control said they could, which like I said, I still think is hogwash. They were talking on Jessica's show last night about wild hogs, which in some areas wild hogs good eating. Some areas you don't want to eat it. They eat too much of that sagebrush and it's bad. It's nasty. But I'm a firm believer that's a primo food source, which we got wild hogs all over here. We used to raise hogs. We used to raise hogs out here. When we are very well known for our hogs. On an average 6 to 8, sometimes 12 or more they would have in one litter. And you have to put them in a fairing house because they have a tendency to roll on their babies. That's why we always had to put them in fairing houses when they're birthing. And to me, I think that's a primal food source for them too. And them dang hogs, man, they breed like jackrabbits. I mean, them things, God, they can overpopulate an area in the first year. Huh. Interesting. Get the tail number. But yeah, we did. Hogs. I mean, hogs are good, but we got wild hogs around here. I've had wild hogs take off with my harvest, and but I think those are a primal food source for them as well. Yeah, that's definitely weird. Start calling you jabberjaws. The power of the jumper munchers. Huh, wind's picking up again. Oh, that's what I was trying to remember. Where's my phone? There it is. I can't get it download, man. I'm wondering if I can't get this to pop up. Maybe I can. I got some weird shit on my game cams. Yeah, nope. Of course, you're going to take forever to load up too, ain't you? Oh, dang, I got another ding. Nothing on that one. So this is weird. This first one looks like it's spider web, but you see in no other photos after this. It's only this one photo. And let's see if we can. It's not going to show up. For some reason, it won't let me download it. Let me try to download it again. Oh, maybe I can do it this way. Oh, I think I found a way to do it. 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 So we're going to. Oh, wow. That's Army if it's an Apache. It's actually let me send it now, so I can load these up. Okay. These two photos. Now, while I'm setting this up, which I got to pull up another screen to load everything up, but I also had something weird happen to me last night. So we got done with the show. I was hanging out on the front porch. I came in, got me something to drink. Dogs wanted back, our cats wanted out. Opened up the door. When I opened up the door, the best way I could describe it, you know, them little seeds that look like white feathers that float in the sky? I actually had one about that big flying in front of the door. I'm like, what the hell? And I opened my door back up to take a look at it, and it was completely gone. Because, like, wait, that thing ain't floating right. That thing's floating weird. So, I mean, literally, I went to shut the doors, like, oh, that's floating weird. No, what the hell? Just like that. In literally that amount of time. And it was gone. But I was like, for one, that shouldn't be floating around right now. Number two, that floating pattern was weird, and it definitely wasn't no insect. It looked nothing like a freaking insect. Um, hey, Kevin. Oh, man. That sucks. Yeah, I've been there. I'm waiting on this thing to load so I can pull up these pictures. Of course, it's going to take forever. It's messing with my live feed too, but oh well. But yeah, that was kind of weird last night. So, you know, the first thing I thought after I sat there and ran through scenarios in my head was, I wonder if that was a fairy, because we know there are some types of those fairies that are like that. Yeah, yeah. Nope, my chat jumps. Let me get caught up. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, Camo. Um, see, and that's what I mean, that's what popped in my head because it's like, it's obviously not a insect. It's obviously not that seed. So that's what popped in my head was, did I just have a fairy at my front door? Still waiting on it to load up. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it all night long. So these are weird captures. Now, these things didn't set my game cam off. These did not trigger the game cam. These were taken right when it does a test at 12:09 every night. It does a test shot to make sure it's functioning good. Yeah, no kidding. Come on now. Did I send the same one? Dadgummit, I did. Hold on, I gotta. Oh, that sounds good, Roxanne. That does sound good. I like chicken fried steak with white gravy. Why did it send that one twice? That is not even the one that. There it goes. Now it finally sent the other one. Okay. Share screen. Yeah, there it goes. So you can see what I say. It looks like a spider web. And this did not trigger it. And this is hey heifer, it's pretty much we're just talking about anything and everything tonight, whatever you guys want to talk about. This looks like a spider web, and then you see a glowing orb right there. Right there. And this happened last night. Around the time that I had what I think was a fairy at my front door. Now, this game cam is to my west, about 160, 170 yards from my house to the west, give or take 10 yards. And like I said, around about this time is when I seen that thing that I thought looked like a fairy on my front porch. But you can see how this looks like a spider web, and then you got the little orb right back here. These did not trigger my game cam. 12:09 is exactly when my game cam does a test photo. And then, oops, wrong way. Oh, I do need to talk about that. If you guys are in the Springfield area and you're looking for a good time, you want to help support the kids for Coach for Kids, my motorcycle order, where we call Queen City Free Runners, we're called Free Runners Masonic Order. We're putting on our car and bike show on July 12th at the Foxhole Bar and Grill off of 2350 North Clifton Avenue, Springfield, Missouri, from 11 to 4. There's going to be band. They serve drinks and food there at the Foxhole. And 100% of these proceeds go to Springfield Public Schools Coach for Kids. I forgot I had that on there. But, yeah, that's and we do. If you got a motorcycle or car you want to show, we do trophies. And this one here actually did trigger my game cam. This was taken on the 25th at 10:40 in the evening. Something white. So most likely it's probably reflecting off of something, which is a good airy trampolines or something. Oh yeah, Breaking Bad. I got that cookbook right here too. Remind me in a minute, and I'll get it pulled up. But this thing did trigger. Now, is this a shine from a reflection? That does happen if something's close to a game cam. What's intriguing about this? Every bit of this is see-through. Every single bit of this is see-through. So if it was shining off the fur, where's the fur? Oh, dude, yeah, I've heard that a couple times. It does. It really does. But it's too close. The thing is you can see through every bit of this. Like you can follow Right there's that tree there. This one branches off, goes this way, and comes up this way, and comes this way. This is completely see-through. Completely see-through. And that's what I found interesting about this. Is normally like it'll be solid down here, and then you're seeing the reflection. It's usually solid down here. This is completely see-through all the way down. So it was either just underneath my camera and I'm getting that good of a reflection off of it in the middle of the screen. I see a face right above the small tree in the middle of the screen. Man, all I see is the tree. Of course, it won't let me zoom in and out. There is a little bit of distortion right here. Is that what you're talking about? That could be the camera. I mean, yeah, it does look like a hand maybe right there, but like a wing, but that could be pareidolia. I mean, it does kind of look like a wing right there in the hand and a face. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Evil's looking. Evil looking is all get out. Almost looks like a skull face right there. There's the hand, there's the wing, but that could be pareidolia. And it may not be, I don't know. But I have to put it in there as that very well could be pareidolia. But it's just, that was weird. And then, like I said, you got this freaking weird looking little spider web like thing, which could be an antenna of something. Then you got that orb right there. Yeah, these were caught just, the last 2 days, last 2 nights. That's when these things were caught. This was last night, around about time I seen that fairy on my porch. This was caught the day before. And this one actually did trigger it. I haven't heard of these purple mantises. This is actually new on me. I haven't heard of the purple mantises. But the gate orchard mantis, I haven't heard of that one either. Where was that at? The metal scraping, the rusty gate opening, the rest of nature. I've heard that quite a few times. Of course, out here, I have to chalk it up because there's a lot of farms out. There's farms around here. So is that what I'm hearing is something from a farm? Or is it, something else? I don't know. There's just too many variables around here for me to confirm what's what. Oops, sorry, Bubba. And Roxanne wanted me to show you guys Jesus Payon Jr.'s cookbook that he wrote. You might know him as Gonzo from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. That's his cookbook. And it's a good book. But he talks about what he ate when he was big versus what he ate to help lose weight. It's a good book. I recommend getting it. Where did I leave off on my... There we go. Okay, come down here. Okay. I'll have to look it up. Huh. That sounds familiar, but I can't remember for sure. I see. I knew the one. I didn't know there was like three or four. Wow, that's wow. Gives you more to look at. Pine octopus. I was on a trail by myself when I heard that sound. Yeah, I've heard it way out in like the Mark Twain National Forest. I've heard them out in the Mark Twain National Forest before. Most of them here is around here. So around here, it's hard for me to go, hey, man, this is kind of strange because I have to put these variables like this in there. Yeah, pine octopus, the only pine octopus I could think of, because octopus do look like they have some pines on them, but it's not pine or spines. It's just their flesh. But they like to put themselves in shells and stuff like that. Some of them actually build shields around their body to protect them. Huh. I've heard a new story of a flesh-eating parasite called the screwwork coming out of Mexico. No kidding. I knew. Last thing I heard about was the zombie virus coming up. But I didn't know they had. I wonder if that's the same thing we're talking about. That screwworm. Oh God. Oh. I know the bot fly will lay its larvae in your skin, but oh man. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good, man. Nope, don't want nothing to do with that. Nope. Uh, Real quick, my NR readers, chapter 6 to Brotherhood of the Wolf and Axe, Hounds of Death is available on Patreon. I got it uploaded just a little bit before the show. So chapter 6, I got chapter 6 finished today on that one. Huh. That's, ooh, man. Daggone. Hey, you take it easy, brother. Yeah, we're about to give her a shakedown here in a minute ourselves. If I can get my stuff to work, my computer's like lagging so bad, my internet ain't helping it. There we go. Getting that set up for here in a little bit. So, as we get ready to wander down, has anybody else got anything they want to ask questions about or talk about? That was weird. It did it to me again. Huh. Yeah. That was, what the hell? Telling you guys. All right, man, I guess that's my cue. Crap. Am I back up? Can you guys see me again? Okay, good. I'm back. I don't know. The thing here had my camera completely gone, but everything else said it was working. I had to play with it again. So I guess it's telling me it's time for me to go. Holy crap. This is a yeah, son of a oh my god. This is aggravating the crap out of me. This is something I liked that I wrote that I like to read at the end of this show. And it goes like this. There comes a time when the warrior falls. They leave this realm and be missed by all. Raise a glass and keep them in your heart. They all have kept this. Keep them in your heart. They have kept this realm safe from before them depart. Look to your veterans, your active duty, your EMTs, and the blue line. What they do or have done was walk that fine line. When the demon comes calling on your soul, they will be there to save us all. Hold them in your prayers, for they are deserving. They all have served or are serving. To all my new YouTube member subscribers, Larry Sharp, my little Twisted, Blessings, Caleb Jade, Trisha Arnold, Griff, AO, Wizard Moon 13, William Nighthawk, Roxanne Delgado, Scott, Tanya, and Kevin. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. To all my new subscribers, to my OGs, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. It makes us great. Give a hand to my mods. They're great. Roxanne, Corey, William, you guys are great. Hey, Rhonda. I appreciate you guys. You guys are so helpful. And, well, I guess I'll be seeing you guys on the next time I'm on, probably with William. So until then, guys, peace, love, and blessings. Love you guys.